Okay, here we go to continue the exciting mind adventure of this storyboard for a film. And keep in mind, this is all going to be in color. First, it's going to be a book script for Thanksgiving on Animal Farm. It's a King Johnson Productions joint. And so this first 18 pages we've gone through, it's formulaic, it's typical kind of narrative stuff. And this is where we get to the enlightenment, the psychedelic, mind-boggling transformation that the protagonist experiences when he meets God. That comes later on, but it's the backdrop to all of this. So the other thing is I'm just going to read along slowly. These are the events. A couple days ago, Black Mountain College was submerged under floodwaters along with the art city of Asheville, as well as the Biltmore Estate, the birthplace of abstract expressions and abstract design, corporate office building art, thousands dead in the flood, dramatic music plays, entire towns facing freezing mountain temperatures inside makeshift tents, with all media happily banned from filming their desperate situation. So the Thanksgiving dinner blowouts with euphoric and always disconnected from all reality holiday shopping spirit remain perfectly intact. The space is getting out of control too. There is no space. There is no time when you're in the mind of the Almighty. The only reality that Americans had tied their lives and fate to, the Disney magical cartoon universe, was disintegrating before their vacant stares. In the room, the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo, like T.S. Eliot wrote long ago, as well as, we have lingered in the chambers of the sea, by sea girls wreathed with seaweed red and brown, till human voices wake us and we drown. That's Christian poetry from the 20th century. Modernist, too. He was a modern Christian poet. So, here we go. This is how the world ends. Again, quoting T.S. Eliot. Not with a bang, but a whimper. He's right. It's going to whimper out. As the bombs are descending, people are just watching Oprah or Dr. Phil or who... high-level stuff like this. I mean, what's so interesting about World War III when you've got Dr. Phil on it? Everywhere I go, I seem to see Dr. Phil. I'm waiting for a tire to be changed or, whatever. And he has these fantastic hosts, co-hosts, cohort of co-hosts. Whoopi, Rosie, Joy, and Oprah on the stairway to heaven with Deepak Chopra. Went down the rabbit hole and never came back. Images dim, then fade to black. See, it's like a rap thing I'm doing here. Visual rap thing. Sometimes, Elegy for a Dead World is the name of this song. It's also hilarious. What could possibly go wrong? I'm on the watchtower from dusk till dawn, living like a refugee from a cartoon Babylon. Yeah, I'm underground Babylon. The Babylonian underground, man. Ah, you destroyer, who yourself have not been destroyed, you traitor, whom none has betrayed. When you have ceased to destroy, you will be destroyed. That's the words of the Lord. Chapter and verse. Look it up. Do a Google search. It comes to me, upon flow of spiritual energy. I don't know what else we would call it, but it's light. Energy equals mass times the square of the speed of light, so to speak. Whatever that really means, because it isn't moving. It's perfectly still. At least to me. It's perfect stillness. And you were dead in the trespasses and sins in which you once walked, following the course of this world. See? You're on the wrong course if you're following the course. If you're staying that course, you're in trouble. You know, following the course of this world, if you're going to stay that course, you should take a look at where it ends up. Following the prince of the power of the air. Who would that be? The spirit that is now at work in the sons of disobedience, the false idols. They start by calling bad art good and end up calling the nightmare dystopia the new world order, exalting itself in the glory of irrational chaos ruled by human passions, the new priests of the ever-new false idols. Let's go another page. If you don't ask, it won't be answered. That's common sense. Jesus says, ask and it will be answered. If you're not going to ask, it's never going to be answered. If you don't seek, you'll stay blind. If you aren't seeking, nobody's going to go searching for you in the mess you're in. And the seeking must be continuous and never ending. That's the beauty of it. Is that once you become attracted to Jesus, you're interested in Jesus, you become more interested in Jesus. The more he disciplines you, the more interesting he becomes, the more real he becomes, the more he's communicating to you. He only rebukes and punishes those who are wanting to be cured of their folly, of their love of the world. He's doing you a favor if he chooses to accept your repentance, and it's serious. Then you get through this stuff, and you will find the first thing that hits you when you obey the call of Jesus is the utter pointlessness of your daily life activities. That's how I found them anyway. Except my art making, I didn't think was pointless because it was devoted to searching for God. So I continued to do that. Although it's pointless commercially in a world that's bent on, entertainment narratives. This is not entertaining. The following Jesus, he's not an entertainer. But take it from me, the journey of coming to know God is no walk in the garden or park. It requires complete obliteration of the false belief system that has provided you, me, and everyone, and continues to provide it, a sustained and consistent reality, decade after decade, by replaying it over and over and over. The new conscripts come in, the new Madonna, the new Marilyn Manson, the new Lady Gaga, the new Beyonce. You get a black Madonna, you get a Hispanic J-Lo Madonna, you get all the different Madonnas, the beautiful ones. They're false idols, obviously, Jezebels. It's like the Truman Show, which I pointed out, meets Blade Runner. That's what it's like to me. The Truman Show, the falsity of the Truman Show is it shows that you're in this kind of idyllic America. You aren't. You're in the Blade Runner America. You're in people that aren't really people. You're in people that are have neural links stuck in the back of their head. They're just garbage in, garbage out. They're happy. They're perfectly happy. So that's not the Truman Show. The Truman Show is zombified people watching, mayhem, hardcore porn, what have you. and it's not the path. Let's put it that way. To put it mildly, that's called the broad path. So this is like a separation, this book I'm doing, of my art itself from that modernist madness. I'm not interested in it. Enough Salvador Dali, Vince Van Gogh, I don't care, Paul Gauguin, Picasso, you name it. I mean, I was bored with Picasso 50, 60 years ago. Sorry. I mean, I know everybody else can't get enough, but it's like when I was in art school, the last thing anybody wanted to be doing was following Picasso. Instead, they follow, guess who? Jackson Pollock. Like this is what Picasso was evolved into, or one color paintings. So that was when I left in my mind, in my heart and in my mind, and pursued a different course, which is the spiritual course. There you have it. So far, that's where we are. So when you really have to have this to color it in, that's where it gets challenging. Like get the psychedelic colors, and you can really make this stuff come alive, as well as have these little meditative events. God bless.